Aira's got here, and it's time to talk about the most powerful balls in anime history. And the search for this episode was really fun, especially thanks to all of the shenanigans with Turbo Granny looking for Okaron's balls, and the character from last episodes finally getting a proper introduction here, Aira, the one that treated Okaron very harshly, but I think she's gonna get a rude awakening to this new world she got introduced to thanks to picking up the golden balls. So let's get into this episode and talk about it. Now, picks up from them looking for Okaron's balls, and Turbo Granny saying these balls are gonna be a lot more important, and take a shot every time I say balls in this episode, because they still have some of her energy inside them, and they're gonna be attracting both yokai, spirits, aliens, and everything in between, but also probably humans. So if the yokais pick them up, they're gonna want that energy because, hey, more power, and probably they think it's gonna bring them back to life. But she lost them, so there's no really good way to actually find them. And I like how both Momo and Okaron put the beat down on Turbo Granny. I'm really liking the snarky, sassy, smug comments that we got from Turbo Granny this episode, throughout of it, and I hope she's gonna stick around a lot longer here. But back at school, we have the schoolmates, the colleagues of Okaron, suddenly have an interest in him because he was hanging around Momo. Like, hey, we're friends now, can you introduce us to her if you're not dating her? And this comment kind of gives Okaron a very important epiphany, realization. They call her, hey, Ayase is cute. And he's like, he never considered it. Wait, and it hits him all along, because if consider he never really had friends, but somehow he was also able to talk to Momo properly, interact with her. He never really looked at her as cute, he just saw her as he finally made a friend, but she's more than a friend. And he finally hit him like a truck. But things were about to become dangerous when that guy says, you slept with her, right? She sleeps with everybody. She's kind of a slut. Wait, what? And he transforms. He puts that guy, grabs him, and like, what did you say? That moment, that was my favorite scene in the entire episode. Just that guy got the fear of God put into him. Like, I don't think they're gonna bully or do anything else to Okaron after that. Don't mess with Okaron anymore here. So that was a really, really cool scene, and you saw how much he cares, how much he likes Momo here, protecting her, and it's revealed somebody's kind of spreading rumors around the school, and we're gonna get to that, because also Turbo Granny snuck into school with his his backpack there, and tries to make Okaron let her inside his body again to get her power, of course. But this changed the relationship between Okaron and Momo. Since Okaron realized that Momo is cute and how he views her, he's very shy around her. He avoids eye contact, runs away from her. And Momo couldn't understand why, starts chasing him around the school here. But she also realizes something, like her friends tell her that Okaron protected her, and then she also gets shy because he protected her. So really cool dynamic. I'm really liking this. Is probably the strongest aspect of the series here, the dynamic between Momo and Okaron, how cute they are together, how their relationship keeps evolving, changing, both individually and together them as a character, and I'm really liking that quite a lot. And it's very fun and comedic here, and also very serious at times here. But it's revealed the one that started the rumor is Aira, the bitch that like I called it when she said those things about Okaron, and she wanted it as revenge, and started spreading the rumor that Momo is a slut because she thinks she's a demon. Apparently she can see the aura around Momo, and she saw that huge hand when she got the ball dropped on her. Now thinks that Momo is a demon, and she has a very high opinion of herself. Narcissistic would be an understatement, probably a bit of god complex. She views herself as the chosen one, most pretty, everything in between there, especially ever since she found that ball when it randomly dropped on her head. She was around when they were fighting the Turbo Granny on the train there, and it flew during the confusion, the fight, it dropped, and it landed on her lap or on her head. I think she has a habit of things dropping on her head. Is this gonna be a running gag around the series here? She picks up the ball, kind of gives her the ability to see spirits and or the other world in a way. I know this episode reminded me a lot of Yu Yu Hakusho, and if you haven't watched Yu Yu Hakusho, make sure you check it out here. But yeah, after this, she wants to exercise Momo, like actually exorcise her. She asks her friends for a cross, a book about exorcism. So she fully thinks this is a demon here, but also she's close but very far. Like there's a demon in a way, but it's not Momo. She keeps seeing this woman in red, but her friends like, I think she's losing her mind. And yeah, she's acting very strange. How would you act if you suddenly could see demons or something, being confused as seeing this other world in a way? And Okaron was still being shy around Momo, Turbo Granny, and Momo bickering. I love the bickering so much. Turbo Granny is such a great character. The voice acting, the dialogue, it does quite a lot for me. The humor, it's hitting the right spot here. But she also found out about Aira. She saw around the school saying that a girl found this golden ball and it might be one of Okaron's balls here. Take another shot here. But she said something very interesting. And I'm really liking this aspect because it also kind of puts in perspective a lot of the previous episodes. While everything was happening, them fighting the Turbo Granny and so on, the other people weren't really seeing them. But when you gain the ability to see spirits, they can also see you in return. So that's why it's gonna be dangerous for a human to pick up those balls, because they're gonna be able to be seen by spirits, and not every spirit is good, as we saw and we're about to see here. Now, Aira instantly wants to defeat Momo, to say the least, and actually goes to ask Momo to talk to her. And Momo goes to it out of curiosity and also thinking maybe Aira saw something when she dropped that ball on her head, but instantly Turbo Granny tells Okaron, hey, that's the girl that has your balls. And from here, the episode takes a very interesting direction and life-changing for Aira especially, because Aira takes Momo to this abandoned warehouse. Interesting spot to just talk to your colleague in school. I was expecting they're gonna go around school or something like that, but hey, when you're thinking you're gonna fight a demon and you're the chosen one, yeah, I guess the abandoned warehouse makes sense. And I'm starting to like her even more. I like delusional characters like this. She reminds me a bit of Arthur from Fire Force. If you haven't watched or read Fire Force, highly recommend that series also. And with her friends, they jump Momo to exercise her. Here, and actually uses the cross on her face, takes out the book, but the best part she did, and I can't wait to see her reaction when she actually finds out, or when she starts believing Momo. She starts using Okaron's ball, smashing it, fondling it in the face of Momo. I hope we get that reaction, her realization that she actually used his balls, his actual balls, to try to exercise somebody. But before any more can happen with Momo and them, have this red spirit showing up, and apparently it has been after Aira all along, ever since she was a kid, because she randomly called it mommy and it wants to do it again. And it seems this spirit is acrobatic silky, according to Turbo Granny, who stole a phone from one of Momo's friends, and she started googling like a local legend or something. I don't know who exactly acrobatic silky is. Maybe it's another urban legend or something like that, but I like how you have her just googling spirits, who it is, what it is, because she doesn't care. They're under her. She's way too powerful for them to remember them there. But Okaron transforms, but he didn't care about his speed. Like, this spirit is actually really, really strong, and Momo wasn't really able to use her powers properly because she had her hands tied behind her back there. But she did slam those two friends of Aira into the rubble there. So are they still alive? I think some organs or ribs or something got broken there, because that was a big slam. So did Momo kill two people? I don't know, but we're gonna have to find out here. And Aira, still on her delusional phase, still wanting to defeat demons there, calls the acrobatic Silky a monster, and it doesn't take it well and starts eating her. It has a habit of eating things and people. And Turbo Granny, still being snarky, refuses to release Momo so she's able to use her hands properly. She's very petty, to say the least, kind of remembering that beatdown from the beginning of the episode. Hey, kept her word. She said, hey, I'm not gonna forget this treatment. And yeah, here the pettiness shows up, but also made me think even more, because we saw how the spirits have a bit of a darker side to them. How the Turbo Granny was protecting girls abused and being in locations like that. I get a feeling that this Silky thing, after she said she's looking for her kid, there might be some tragedy behind that. Maybe a mother died, lost her child, or so. That's where my head went with it after she said she's looking for a baby. Maybe that's why it wants people to call her mommy here, and even wants Momo to do it, start trashing her around, and Momo refusing everything. I gotta give major credit for that. She has balls, like she actually has balls, pun intended. Piece of crap. That's all her reply every time, even though she was getting beat down. Piece of crap. But they get eaten. Also, Momo actually gets eaten here. And Turbo Granny, I really like the smugness there. Once them release, hey, you went too far. So I kind of have a feeling like underneath all of the snarkiness, and she slowly starts to care about both of them, or maybe it's just me wishful thinking here, and says that Momo used the lighter. Apparently the cross was a lighter, and when she got eaten, the spirit also ate part of its own hair, and thanks to that catches fire and starts throwing them up. So we're probably gonna have a fight, and I'm really curious about this Silky thing, what exactly it is, its history, and so on. But overall, a really fun episode, but this is looking like it's gonna be a two-parter. And when you want to exorcise something, make sure you have some balls, golden balls. There you go, balls, take another shot. Let me know if you're still alive after this one. So yeah, really fun episode here. Seems like Aira is probably gonna stick around after all of this, and I can't wait for her reaction when she finds out about the balls, or when she starts believing, because Momo kept telling her, but she couldn't believe it. But yeah, fun episode. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys thought about it, and as always, thank you very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, helps me quite a lot, and you guys get the latest episodes on the series that I follow. So keep enjoying Dandadan. I'm gonna see you again on the next one. Bye bye.